The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production of Glory 93.9 FM.
Today can be the turning point in your life by making a simple decision.
Fundamental questions of navigation. Where am I? Where am I going? And how do I get there from here?
I invite the leaders of our planet to ask themselves these three questions before they make any crucial decisions.
But if you don't make decisions, you're going to stay right where you are.
We are all map makers.
We are in a time of transition.
If we're going to change, we have to change the direction that we're going.
Our planet needs leaders who know where they want to go.
When we change the direction we're going, then we want to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Leaders who can see the big picture.
Because if we're not, we're going to either go backwards or we're going to stay where we are.
Recognizing the psychological and the spiritual shifts and changes that need to be made, often from the inside to the outside.
To be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm.
Complex journeys require navigation. The path to the truth is one such journey. This is your GPS. Hairstyling services provided by J.D. Edwards Salon and Spa, Palmdale Shopping Plaza, Madera Street.
Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, world. Welcome to GPS Global Paradigm Shift. I am your host, Michelle Malcolm, and as always, it's a pleasure to be in your company today. This is a Wellness Wednesday, and so on the show today, we're going to focus on wellness. And I have chosen for today the topic, your best defense against COVID-19, strengthening your immune system naturally. We're going to be talking today about what you can do to guard your body and your immune system, especially if you are suffering from a pre-existing condition, what you and your family can do to protect your health moving forward through this global pandemic. Now, I just have to let you know from the very outset that you're going to hear some background noise. I'm still coming from home, and for some strange reason, my neighbor has hired some people who came at 11 o'clock to mow their lawn. I mean, who mows the lawn at 11 o'clock in the day? Usually that starts very early in the morning, but they just started this thing like 11 o'clock. So I shut all the windows and I can still hear it in the background. So if you hear some background noise, I ask your forgiveness for that because I am still broadcasting from home, hoping to be back in studio by next week. I'm feeling a lot better than I have been the past couple of days. And guess what? I didn't take any pharmaceuticals. I allowed my immune system to do what it was designed to do. And we're going to talk about today what you can do to give your immune system the support that it needs in order to fight off a cold or a flu or COVID-19 or type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure or whatever else you have going on. That is causing you to be in health. So today is Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to get right to it. We're talking up-regulating your immune system, and that requires lifestyle changes. You're going to have to make some changes, people. There is no quick fix. There's no popping a pill, and all of a sudden you're well. And I keep forgetting to put in my earphones. So here's what we're going to do. First, I want to begin by explaining, because we're going to be focusing on COVID-19, obviously, and having this discussion within the context of COVID-19. So the first thing I want to do is I want to explain, or have explained for us in our first clip, what is a virus? We all, hear about viruses all the time. Clearly, COVID-19 is not the first virus to impact the world, and it won't be the last. But how many of us really understand how viruses are structured and how they work? In this clip, in an interview with Dr. Peter Glidden, he was being interviewed by Dr. Dave Janda. Dr. Glidden explains what is a virus.
Viruses are organisms which mainstream science does not know how to classify. They are defined as organisms which exist on the edge of life. A virus is DNA wrapped in a protein coat, and that's it. A particle of a virus particle can lay dormant on a rock for 1 billion years. Nothing happens to it. It freezes, it rains, it's hot, it's a monsoon, it doesn't matter, it's not affected, it's dormant, it's not alive. And then an animal comes along and puts its paw on the rock and then scratches its face with the paw, and the virus gets inside the animal. Once a virus particle gets inside a biological organism, it comes alive. It activates, and the virus's job, once it's inside a living biological organism, is to duplicate itself. How does it know how to activate itself? How does it know to duplicate itself? Because it wants to duplicate itself means, well, we can assume that there's some type of consciousness there, that there's some type of modus operandi there, and yet it can lay dormant for literally millions of years. What's going on? And also, this is something that's fascinated me forever. Cold and flu season is only in the winter months, right?
True.
But when it's winter here, it's summer south of the equator. And because of international jet travel, one can assume that the influenza virus is everywhere all the time. So why are we only afflicted with the flu in the winter months? And the same for people below the equator. What is it about the change in the seasons that makes us more susceptible to the negative effects of a virus? And this is a very important thing to talk about, because when we are talking about viruses, we must focus on strengthening the immune system of the human body rather than waiting for some vaccine to be developed. So strengthening the immune system is everything when it comes to a viral infection.
Strengthening, I want to repeat that. Strengthening your immune system is everything when it comes to a viral infection. If you watched my show last week, you would have heard one of my guests, an international guest who is an expert on pandemics, explain that even after the vaccine is released and taken, it does not stop you from contracting the virus again. It does not stop you from being able to spread the virus again, particularly because of the fact that the virus is mutating. And so, in other words, you will get a virus vaccine, you will get a vaccine for a particular strain of the virus. But if a mutated version of that virus shows up at your doorstep, that vaccine won't protect you against that mutated version. And so to me, it just makes sense that we will do what we can to naturally fight off this thing. Because we have been blessed with this incredible system called an immune system. And so to me, and maybe it's just me, I don't know how you feel out there, but to me, it makes sense for us to strengthen what we naturally have as we, have to learn to live in this world with COVID-19. Think about it. The flu has been with us for how many hundreds of years? It's never gone away. We've had to learn to live with the flu. And I dare say, and I could be wrong, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I dare say that we will probably have to learn to live with COVID-19 as well. And I also say that COVID-19 will not be the last one. And so we gotta think smart. You have to get to the point where you realize that, okay, this is going to be like a hamster running on a wheel if we don't figure out another way to do this. I'm not telling you not to take the vaccine. That's on you. I personally don't plan to take it. But I am doing something else to help my body to be able to ward off the ill effects of anything that comes my way, whether it be the cold or the flu or COVID or anything else. And there is a way that you can do that naturally. There is a way. So we're going to talk about that today. And like I said, it's not going to be without some changes in your life. You're going to have to make some changes in your life. So let's talk about what you can do to ward off coronavirus or the flu or the cold or any other thing naturally. You have to understand that there will be something after this COVID-19. There will be something else. But apart from that, there is a major problem being experienced around the world of a high prevalence of non-communicable diseases, which accounts for 68% of deaths worldwide. 68% of deaths worldwide are on account of non-communicable diseases. What is a non-communicable disease? Something that is not spreadable like COVID-19. So something like type 2 diabetes. You don't catch type 2 diabetes. You don't catch cancer. You don't catch high blood pressure. It's a non-communicable disease. And so non-communicable diseases account for 68% of deaths around the world each year. 68%. Now, you may say, okay, what does that mean in terms of numbers? Well, I'm going to share that with you because you would be, quite frankly, startled to understand what that means. And those of you who have been, listening to my show for a while, you would have probably heard this before, but it bears repeating because people need to know what it is that we're dealing with. Okay? So, in 2017, 68% of deaths worldwide amounted to, I think it was 37 million deaths. I'm trying to find the flyer now as we speak. That amounted to 34 million deaths in a one particular year. 34 million deaths in 2017. Okay? So that means that 34 million people around the world died from a non-communicable disease in the year 2017. And it's opening up right now on my laptop. And as bad as that is, the numbers aren't getting any better. Okay, here it is. 38 million. My bad. 38 million people died in 2017 from a non-communicable disease. And if you want to say, well, Michelle, where are you getting this information from? This information was actually released by the World Health Organization. And so the growing burden of non-communicable diseases affects mostly low and middle-income countries. 38 million people in 2017 died from a non-communicable disease. You're ready for this? By the year 2030, which is only 9 years away, that number is expected to rise to 44 million people. 44 million people in 1 year will die from a non-communicable disease. I really think it makes sense for us to pay attention to that, especially in an environment of COVID, because as we all know, persons who die from COVID-19 are, generally speaking, persons with comorbidities. What does that mean? Persons who have some other underlying condition like a non-communicable disease. So there is no one without the other. It's interrelated. If you contract COVID-19 and you have a healthy immune system that's working as it should, that will significantly decrease the negative impact of COVID-19 on your body. Because your body will be able to fight that thing off as it was designed to do, thanks to the immune system. But if your immune system is already strained, already compromised, because you have one of these non-communicable diseases, which, by the way, are rampant in the Bahamas. We all know someone who has cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure or renal failure or heart disease. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Obesity. We all know these. We all know someone. Either we suffering through it, or our loved one is suffering through it, or somebody we know is dealing with one of those conditions. And that means, if they are, that they are at risk for being more negatively impacted by COVID-19. And so it's really important that we pay attention to improving our immune system, strengthening our immune system, upregulating our immune system by tackling these non-communicable diseases. And we're going to talk about that throughout the course of this show, how you can improve your immune system, and in doing so, improve your chances as it relates to either eliminating a non-communicable disease from your life or avoiding getting one on the whole. So what is your immune system? Your immune system protects your body from outside invaders, such as bacteria, viruses like COVID-19, fungi, toxins, etc. And it is made up of different organs, cells, and proteins that work together. And the proteins are a very, very important part of this conversation, and we're going to get more deeply into that in a minute. But your immune system should be seen as your natural protection against invaders like COVID-19. And so level 1 of your immune system are what we call the barriers. Skin prevents, as an example of a barrier, certain things from entering your body. So your skin is one of your barriers. But things still get in somehow. With COVID, we know they say if you get it on your hands and you touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth, it gets in that way. So it's still able to get past the barriers. So the second level of your immune system is what is called the innate level. And that is cells and chemicals that stop the invaders that got in from spreading. Okay, that's the second level of your immune system. The third level of your immune system is what we call the adaptive level. And that, I call it blood warriors with a vengeance, because they go out and they attack the invaders. They seek, kill, and destroy the invaders to get into your body, So those are the three levels of your immune system that, when working properly, do a really, really good job at keeping you healthy or helping to quickly eliminate any sickness that you may get from an invader that has entered your body. That's what your immune system was designed to do. But unfortunately, we have not been giving our bodies the necessary support that they need to ensure that our immune system is able to work efficiently. A part of it has to do with chronic stress. I mean, we live in a highly stressed world, especially with COVID out there. And sky-high stress levels is one of the main things that will weaken your immune system. Go figure. It's like catch-22. COVID is stressing you out, and that stress is causing you to have a weakened immune system, which is making you more susceptible to COVID. Go figure, right? So stress is a major problem that you want to deal with. And listen, I want this show to be very interactive today. Producers, if you can scroll the call numbers and the text number, I'd like to hear from you today, whether it be through a Facebook message or a phone call or a text. Please reach out. I want this to be an interactive show as I share this information today. So sky-high stress levels, which is like the norm in the world that we live in today, is a major contributing factor to weakened immune systems. You got to get rid of the stress in your life.
You have to eliminate the stress in your life. Another sign that you may have a weakened immune system is if you have a lot of tummy troubles. Now, you may say to yourself, oh, what in the world does my digestive system have to do with my immune system? Surprise, surprise. 70% of your immune system is located in your digestive tract. 70%. So gut health is extremely important to immune health because that's where most of your immune system resides. So you want to do what you need to do to protect your gut. Proactively, you want to take supplements that will help to heal your gut if you have a damaged gut. But you also have to not put things into your body that will damage the gut. And we're going to talk about that during the show. If you have wounds that are slow to heal, that's a good indication that you have a weakened immune system. So you want to pay attention to that. You want to make sure that you're getting adequate rest. Your body needs to rest. I think one of the reasons why I came down with this bug that I caught this last week was that, in preparation for the show, I was, burning the candle at both ends and not getting sufficient rest and just going. And then I, was in a place where I know the moment I caught that thing, because all of a sudden I started sneezing and I'm like, oh, what just entered my system? And so rest is extremely important, because if your body is tired and run down, you have a weakened immune system, and stuff is going to get past the barriers and impact you if your body is tired. So you want to make sure that you're getting sufficient rest. You want to make sure that you're getting sufficient water, good, clean water, because the water will help to flush out your system and keep things moving. So it's really, really important that you're drinking adequate water. And if you have a non-communicable disease, you want to do whatever you need to do to reverse that thing. And they are reversible. They are reversible. Because a non-communicable disease is likely the cause of a nutritional deficiency. Not genetics, not a normal part of aging, not bad luck. It's a nutritional deficiency. And we're going to talk about that. I'm just setting the stage of what we're going to be dealing with on the show today. And so you want to ensure that your body is nutrified. You want to ensure that you're getting adequate rest. You want to ensure that you're getting adequate water, good, clean water. And you have to do certain things that we're being advised to do, like good, proper hygiene. All of this is very, very important. So we're going to dive deep into it today. Our telephone line is 828-3542, 828-3543 is the call line, 828-3543. And the text line is 828-2543, 828-2543. So I would love to hear from you as we go through this show today, and we talk about what you can do naturally to upregulate your immune system, because that truly is your best defense against COVID-19. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to dive deep into this subject. So stay with us. This is GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Even in the United States, 94% of people are deficient in at least one nutrient. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Youngevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. It's an advanced plant-driven multivitamin mineral complex that contains certified organic whole foods, trace minerals, and antioxidants. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients. Plus, prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. With an unusually high ORAC score of 8,000, you get even more antioxidants to help combat free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Otherwise, they'll just pass through your system without doing any good. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs for optimal support of your overall health. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
For all your building needs, it's Carib Construction and Project Management on Gladstone Road. We build it all. Schools, homes, hotels, and more, including structures requiring a Phase 3 electrical contractor. We also provide project management services. The first step towards your dream building begins at Carib Construction and Project Management. Call us at 376-1556 or 341-4466. At Lee Air, safety is our #1 priority. Flying since 1996, we offer scheduled flights into Fresh Creek and Mangrove Key Andros and Great Harbor Key, Berry Island, twice daily, 7 days a week. Affordable charter services are also available to anywhere in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Lee Air Charter Services. Call 225-3267, 702-7127, or 322-1317 for reservations.
Guys, run you hot while looking for ice. No need to check the food store, the gas station, conveniently located around Nassau. Cooler Ice. So for just $3 you can get a bag of ice whenever you want, or refill your 5-gallon bottle for the same $3. The ice machine is closer than you know. Cooler Ice. With locations at Arawak Key, Potter's Key Dock, Montague Boat Ramp, Superwash locations at Prince Charles, Carmichael Road, Soldier Road, Charles Saunders Highway, and 3 new locations: Superwash Nassau Street, Wolf Road, and Gibbs Corner. Cooler Ice Bahamas, fresh and ready whenever you are.
And we are back. GPS Global Paradigm Shift is on the air. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. We're coming to you live from Glory 93.9 FM, as well as live on Facebook on the official Michelle Malcolm Facebook page. Thanks so much for joining us. And I want to read one or two comments from our Facebook audience. Aaliyah Coley says, good morning. Great subject today. Thank you, Aaliyah. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that we get a lot of people who get some knowledge today that can help to improve their health. And guys, I want you to please like and share the show. Like and share this show. People need this information. Michelle D. Carroll, gorgeous today. Just gorgeous. Thank you, Michelle. Aw, thank you. And Mrs. Franklin Miller, good morning, Michelle. Love your necklace and earrings combo. Thank you so much. I'm going to give her a free plug. This was designed by Chevette Williamson Jewelry, Bahamian. Okay, so let's get back to the topic at hand. Today, we're talking about how to upregulate your immune system, your best defense against COVID-19, and we're talking about doing it naturally. There is a way to do this naturally. Our call line is 828-3543, 828-3543, and our text line is 828-2543, 828-2543. Listen, let everybody know that we're on the air and they have to hear this information today, because it's going to be some stuff that we share today that is really going to knock your socks off and surprise you. So, what is COVID-19? What is the coronavirus? I mean, we all have heard about this thing in abundance over the last year. And we're sick of it. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of COVID-19. I am so sick of COVID-19. But it doesn't hurt to understand it more, to understand how coronaviruses work. So once again, here is a clip featuring Dr. Peter Glidden in an interview with Dr. Dave Janda, talking about what is a coronavirus.
Coronavirus is called a coronavirus, and it's a family. Coronavirus is like cats. There's a lot of different types of cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coronavirus, there are many different types of coronaviruses. They're all called coronaviruses because when you look at them under a microscope, it appears like they have a little crown on their top. And in Latin, corona means crown, right? So it's just what it looks like visually. Years ago, in 2003, I think the SARS epidemic was caused by a coronavirus. A different coronavirus than is coming worldwide now from China. The SARS virus self-limited. There were no vaccines. There were no treatment strategies. The only thing you did was quarantine people who you knew had it and or who you thought had it, and within 4 to 6 months, it completely disappeared. So not everybody who's affected with a virus gets sick. Not everybody who's affected with a virus dies. Most people who are affected with a virus develop symptomology, which is uncomfortable and problematic, but then their immune system rises to the cause, fights it, and they get better. And I would argue, I haven't dug into these data, but I would argue that the people who die from viral exposure are people who were already weak, had weakened bodies in the first place, the elderly and newborn kids, right? Weak immune systems by definition. So we needn't worry about a pandemic, like a Hollywood epidemic coursing over the planet that's going to kill 90% of the people who it infects. It's not like that at all. However, this coronavirus apparently is a nasty little virus.
Okay, that we know. It's a nasty little virus, and he's right. And just for the record, that interview was done before they were able to, I guess, prove that it's people who have comorbidities who have been mostly succumbing to this. So his suspicion at that time has since been proven, in other words. So yeah, it is a nasty little virus. Now, if we look at the numbers, out of all of the, I think we're past 2 million people now worldwide who have, I don't want to give you the wrong numbers, but of all the people around the world who have contracted COVID-19, it's still a very, very small percentage of persons who have actually died from it. And that is because of what he just explained. Because most people have the ability to fight this thing off if their immune system is not compromised. So to me, again, it just makes sense that we focus on how to upregulate our immune system so that we give ourselves a better chance at being able to deal with this thing that, in my opinion, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. All right. Waiting on a vaccine is not a strategy. Waiting on a vaccine is not a strategy. Just in case some of y'all hard of hearing, I'll say it one more time. Waiting on a vaccine is not a strategy. And if you're sitting back, waiting on a vaccine to come as your savior in this situation, God help you. You're going to need some help. Okay? Again, I'm not telling you not to take the vaccine. That's your decision to make. Just know that alone will not be enough to protect you. And that's what I want people to understand from this show. If nothing else today, that within itself will not be enough to protect you against COVID-19. Don't let nobody swing you. Remember now, the truth has a new home. I speak in truth to you today. So don't put all your eggs in that vaccine basket thinking, oh, once I have this vaccine, I'm good to go. No, boo. You're going to have to do a little bit more than get a vaccine. Okay? You have to balance. You have to upregulate. You have to strengthen. You have to support your immune system. So I want to talk more about what that means, what you have to do to protect your immune system. Here's something that I discovered that I thought, wow, how many people do not know this? Your immune system is made from mostly protein. Protein. So you need to ensure that you eat adequate protein every single day. And that will help to strengthen your immune system. Can you believe that? Protein, good quality protein. And it doesn't mean that you can't be a vegetarian, because there is plant-based protein as well. But you have to ensure that every single day you get adequate amounts of protein in your diet to keep your immune system strong. Now, how much is that? The recommended amount of protein that women should get every single day in their diet is about 50 grams of protein every single day. There should not be a day that goes by that a woman does not get 50 grams of protein in her diet if she wants to have a good, healthy immune system. For men, it's slightly higher. It's 60 grams of protein per day for men. Every single day, men need to get 60 grams of protein in their diet to help to support their immune system. Now, this isn't hard to do, but you have to make a habit of doing it. You have to make a habit of ensuring that you get the adequate amount of protein in your diet every single day. If you simply eat adequate amounts of protein, good quality protein, on a regular basis, your immune system will be stronger. Now, what do I mean by good quality protein? And a little bit in the show, we're going to talk about good foods and bad foods, okay? Because not all proteins are created equal. I don't want you to run out there and buy processed meats that are full of nitrates and nitrates that are going to give you cancer and say, see, I'm getting my protein. Yeah, you're getting protein, but you're also getting something else. You're getting a chemical that's going to help to give you cancer. So you're talking good quality protein here, okay? Make sure we're talking good quality protein, not just any protein. So in case you don't understand what I mean by processed meats, you want to avoid things like bacon, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, salty sausage, corned beef. Anything that does not have specifically on its label that it is nitrate or nitrite free. And this also includes things like deli cuts, ham, bologna, even anything that is processed, any meat that is processed. What the butcher does is they inject these nitrates and nitrites into it to make it look nice and red and healthy and attractive. So you're attracted to it because it's nice and red, but that nice and red also means, generally speaking, that it has chemicals that's going to kill you. So make sure you are getting proteins in your diet that are good, clean proteins, healthy proteins, okay? Organic meats, organic vegetables that have protein, okay? You don't want to just put it in your body because it says protein, because it's protein, but it also has other stuff that's going to cause you a health problem later on, okay? So no processed meats, all right? If you are a meat eater, and again, I'm sort of getting ahead of myself because I wanted to cover this in the 12 bad foods, but if you're a meat eater, your meat should never be overcooked. Should be rare or medium rare. And we're going to talk about why in a little bit. But yeah, you want to ensure that you're eating good, clean protein. You're consuming good, clean protein, good, healthy protein. 50 grams a day for women, 60 grams a day for men, every single day. That alone will help to strengthen your immune system. Who knew? Something as simple as that. Okay? There's this whole concept of alkalinity and acidity in the body, that there's this, you have to have this balance of alkalinity and acidity. And this is true. However, what you need to remember is that if you treat your body well, if you nutrify your body, if you don't put the bad stuff in your body to help to weaken your immune system, your body's going to figure that all out on its own. It's going to figure that all out on its own. Right? So your goal is to ensure that one of the primary ingredients that you consume every single day for a healthy immune system is a good source of protein. So protein gets 2 stars in the pro column and no stars in the con column. So you want to make sure that you're getting good, clean protein. Another thing that you can do to strengthen the immune system is you got to get a whole food vitamin C source. Whole food vitamin C, and I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. Whole food vitamin C has been proven in double-blinded clinical studies to decrease the time that people are sick from viral infections. Okay, so if you catch a virus and you're getting whole food vitamin C into your diet, that will shorten the time that you suffer from that virus. Now, there's a very big difference between whole food vitamin C and ascorbic acid, which is the vitamin C form that most supplements have. I don't recommend ascorbic acid at all. There's a big, big difference. You need whole food vitamin C in order for it to make a difference with your immune system. So what's the easiest way to get whole food vitamin C in your diet? From whole foods that are high in vitamin C. So let's use lemons as an example. Lemons are a great source of vitamin C. So a wonderful way for you to ensure that you're getting whole food vitamin C into your diet every day is to take a lemon, depending on the size. If it's a large lemon, you only need half of it. Squeeze that into 8 ounces of water, preferably room temperature, warm or even hot water. You can put a little lemon in there if you, a little honey in there if you want to. And you drink that lemon water every day. Great source of whole food vitamin C. And if you do somehow contract the virus or any virus, it will significantly lessen your time of suffering from that virus. Now you may say, Michelle, do you know the cost of lemons in this country? Lemons are so expensive. You're right. But guess what? I have good news, people. Lemons are not the only source of whole food vitamins that there are out there. We have been blessed with an abundance of native fruits that are very, very high in vitamin C. Guess what's high in vitamin C, y'all? Supplement season right now, all over the road. Jujubes, we call them juju. Jujubes are a whole food source that are high in vitamin C. I want y'all to listen to this. Just three jujubes, just 3 jujubes give you 77% of the daily recommended amount of vitamin C. 3 jujubes. Now, who you know, and especially if they sweet, only to see 3 juju. Who you know? I personally love juju. Love. And I also happen to have a tree. And oh my God, I can't wait for them to be ripe because they're so sweet, right? 3 give you 77%. So if you typically do what Bahamians do when they're eating some sweet juju, you can eat more than 3, right? 6 already pass you 150% of the daily recommended value of vitamin C, whole food vitamin C in your diet. You see how easy that is? I dare you, I challenge you to Google all of these fruits that we have growing around the Bahamas naturally. Jujus, ganaps, mangoes, sapodillies. I want you to check it out. Google it and look at the nutritional value of those of those fruits. And you will say, my God, be blessed. Because a lot of these things dropping on and rotting in your yard. I know that's Bahamian dialect, rotting in your yard. And they are loaded with the nutrients that your body is craving and needs. 3 jujubes give you 77% of your daily recommended value of vitamin C. My God. They all over the road. So if nothing else, go stock up on some jujubes, right? Because that will ensure that you get a very high level of vitamin C in your diet. Another good source of vitamin C, high levels, is the native cherries. You would be shocked to know how much vitamin C is in that one little cherry. I think 2 or 3 little cherries, native cherries, give you more vitamin C than a glass of orange juice. Google it. Check it out for yourself if you don't believe what I'm telling you today. Somebody is asking the question, Aaliyah Coley, what about nut smoothies for protein? Fantastic. Nuts are really good for you, actually. So, Aaliyah, if you are going to get your protein from nuts, fantastic. Because nuts is one of the things that is actually quite healthy for you. You want to avoid peanuts. Sorry, Rastas, selling peanuts on the side of the road. But peanuts are bad because they are usually loaded with mold. And so eating peanuts is like eating mold, unfortunately. So you want to avoid peanuts. But all the other nuts are actually quite a good source of protein, right? Okay, so I have a text that says, good morning. The Bible says fruits is our food and veggies are the medicine to build up your immune system. Garlic, ginger, honey, and lime. Don't hurt. They don't hurt for sure. They will contribute to, helping to build up your immune system. Yes. Zinc is another great source of nutrients that can build up your immune system. I'm just giving you more alternatives. I know everybody's going crazy right now buying up all the zinc that you can get, but that's not the only thing that you can do to balance out your immune system. Okay, so I'm hoping to give you guys some things today that will help you along the way to ensure that your immune system is good and healthy. Raquel Brennan Dorset says, hi, Michelle. Awesome knowledge. Thank you so much, Raquel. Please don't keep it to yourself. Like and share the show. Like and share the show. Let everyone know that GPS is on the air and we're giving you some knowledge that is going to be very, very important for your health today. Okay? So like and share the show. Jamie Missick says essential amino acids are the precursor to protein. Yes. Essential amino acids are very, very important. All amino acids are not created equal. So you have to make sure that your source of nutrients is a very good one. I personally, as a certified holistic health coach, I subscribe to about 20 brands that are very, very good, including Longevity, Good Herbs. There are quite a number of brands that I can recommend to you guys that have excellent organic plant-derived nutrition that will really help to build up your immune system, okay, which is so, so important. Let's see, moringa. Jamie Messick is saying moringa. Moringa is also a very good source. Neem is a good source of nutrients that your body needs. So you definitely want to check out all of these natural resources that we have available to us here in the Bahamas. We have a lot of superfoods, people we've been blessed with. Benson Ruddock. Hey, Benson, a good friend of mine. Benson says, knowledge is power. Thank you. And I'm taking notes. Good stuff. Yes, take notes today, people. You're going to learn a lot today. But don't keep this information to yourself. Share, share, share. Let everybody know that GPS is on the air. Our call lines again are 828-3543. 828-3543. And the text line is 828-2543. 828-2543. We're talking about how to upregulate your immune system and ensure that you have all of the tools that your body needs to fight off COVID-19 or anything else that you may be dealing with. Laura Kemp, I never go about the peanuts. Sometimes I eat 2 bags. I think you meant to say you never go without the peanuts. Sometimes you eat 2 bags a day. Well, Laura, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're getting a lot of mold into your system when you do that. There are other nut options for you out there. I love nuts as well. So I love my cashews, walnuts, pistachios, great source of protein. But the peanuts, unfortunately, have a mold problem. And I actually learned this when I was battling mold, and went to the United States to detox. And the clinic that I went to, they told me, you want to avoid, because I had to learn now how to change my diet, how to change so many things about what I was doing, try to combat the mold problem. And they told me, you want to avoid peanuts because peanuts are loaded with fungus and mold. And I was like, mother shit, because I love me some peanuts. And then when I became a certified holistic health coach, I learned that they were in fact correct. So Laura, what can I tell you, love? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're eating peanuts, you're getting extra mold in your diet. And no mold is good for your diet. So you want to avoid eating peanuts at all costs. So give us a call, send us a text. I want this to be an interactive show. I want to hear from you because I want to be able to hopefully answer any questions that you may have as it relates to how to naturally improve your immune system. We're going to take a quick break. And then on the other side of that break, we are going to talk about something that you really don't want to miss. We're going to be talking about what they're right about as it relates to steps you should be taking to protect yourself against COVID-19. Stay with us. This is GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Youngevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 Hyperimmune Egg Powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Looking for an extraordinary junior high school with caring, qualified staff and affordable tuition? Then come visit us at Elite School of Excellence, an affiliate of First Step Academy. ABECA-focused and Ministry of Education approved, we foster discipline, integrity, and wisdom while molding our students for success. Call us at 341-8846 or stop by First Step Academy Schools on Fire Trail and Soldy Roads for more information.
Located on Carmichael Road, Divine Designs Hair Boutique is a haven for women and men looking for professional beauty services. Our state-of-the-art and contemporary equipment creates a relaxing ambiance for you to enjoy while we cater to you. Need a hairstylist? We cater to all types and textures of hair for care and styling. We even have a barber on duty. Need a nail tech? Our technicians provide a range of nail services, including the latest trends. Unwind in one of our massage chairs while you get your pedicure. With our reasonable rates, friendly staff, and over 20 years of experience, you will be in great hands. Call us at 823-1669 or 698-1025 to schedule your appointment. Want to be pampered? Want to be slayed? Let Divine Designs make your day.
Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm, and today we're talking about your best defense against COVID-19, how to upregulate your immune system naturally. Because honestly, people, that's your best defense against this thing. And so I want to encourage you to participate in the show. 828-3543. 828-3543 is the call-in line. And 828-2543 is the text line. 828-2543. We're also streaming live on Facebook on the official Michelle Malcolm Facebook page, and you can always send us a message there. And if you're lucky, we will go ahead and post your message and read it for everyone to see and hear. And so COVID has been around now, boy, almost a year. Can you believe we've been going through this thing for almost a year? That's just crazy. And we've been told that there are certain things that you need to do to improve your chances of not contracting COVID-19. We've been told about wearing masks. Some people say masks aren't necessary. Others say not so much. Some say today it is, and then tomorrow it isn't. There's a lot of confusion with regard to that. Let me just say, as it relates to that, not all masks are created equal. If you're going to wear a mask, which you should, I think, you have to give yourself a moment to breathe. If you're wearing a mask for 8 hours a day, that's not a good thing, because you're breathing back in all of the stuff that your body is expelling, and that will make you sick. However, a good quality mask will block some things from getting in. So if you are in the environment where someone has COVID-19 and they are talking or coughing or whatever, if you have a good quality mask, and not all masks are created equal, because some of these cloth masks, I call them fashion statements. They're not keeping anything out. And again, here's a test. If you are wearing your mask and you can blow out a candle, then you know that's a fashion statement. Because if your breath can get through that to blow out that candle, that ain't doing nothing to keep anything from getting in. All right? Another thing that they're telling us that we need to do is to wash our hands. And they're actually right. This is something that we should all be doing. And here is a reminder from the doctors why washing your hands is so important.
When folks go to see their docs, they ask their docs, well, what can I do to enhance my immunity? Okay, to protect myself potentially, even though it's a long shot, protect myself from not just the coronavirus, but other viruses, other bacterial. And one of the things I always told my patients when they brought this up when I would be practicing, and they would laugh at me when I'd say this, I would tell them to wash their hands frequently.
The most important thing anybody can do.
Well, people just look at me and go, oh, come on, doc.
Hands.
I go, let me ask you, I would say to the patients, what do you think I did before I walked in the room today? And what do you think I'm going to do when I leave the room today? Wash my hands today. And I do that for protection for you, my current patient, and the next patient in the next room, but also for myself and my staff. It's the single most effective thing you can do.
Especially with the coronavirus, because it's attracted to the upper respiratory tract for some reason. So you got a coronavirus in your body, you sneeze or you cough, and you cover your mouth like this just automatically.
Yep.
Now there are virus particles on your hand. You touch the doorknob, you touch the escalator rail, you touch the rail somewhere in the mall, in public. You put your hands down on the counter. Now the virus particles are on the counter, and they're going to survive there for 1 billion years.
Right.
Now the human being comes on, puts their hand down in the same place. Now the virus particles are on their hand, and they do something like this or rub their eye, and now the virus is in their body, and bada bing, bada boom, you
got it.
Biggest vector is hands. You're going to really knock down the vector for transmission a lot. And in this regard, Benjamin Franklin was correct. An ounce of prevention is way worth, way more than a pound of cure.
Hands down, one of the easiest, pun intended, hands down, one of the easiest things that you can do to protect yourself against COVID-19 that doesn't require a vaccine is wash your doggone hands. Wash your hands, people. As simple as that. Wash your hands frequently. Carry around with you a hand sanitizer, okay? And for the record, because I see some of you are asking questions about what specific products you can get, please message me. Don't put it out there, for everybody to see, but send me a private message if you have any questions about what brands you can use, what you need to be doing to strengthen your immune system naturally, et cetera, et cetera. And either I or one of the health coaches that I'm affiliated with will reach out to you and give you some guidance as to what you could be doing and should be doing to protect yourself. Okay, so message me. We'd be happy to help you, give you information about what are some of the nutrients that you should be taking, what you should be avoiding, etc. We'd be happy to work with you and help you figure that all out. Okay, so send me a PM, private message, and then I will we'll get back to you with that information. So proper hygiene, something as simple as that. They say with COVID, you only have to wash your hands for 20 seconds. And you know how to wash your hands, right? You're not just doing this, but you're doing this. You're getting between the fingers. You want to make sure you properly wash your hands for at least 20 seconds a day. Now, let me tell you one of the things that is my pet peeve. I cannot stand being around people who don't practice proper hygiene when it comes to sneezing or coughing. I don't know why people think that all you have to do is this. So what turning your head to the side supposed to do? That ain't stopping nothing from spreading people. Your mind teach you no better than that? That is nasty. I don't want to catch what you have. The least you can do is cover up. And when you cover up, please don't do this. Because when you do that, then the stuff gets on your hands. And then if you don't have any hand sanitizer on you, or you're not nearby washing your hands to wash your hand and not by faucet with soap, doing this or rubbing it on your clothes, that ain't getting rid of nothing. So then you go and you touch other surfaces and you spread the germs. Okay? This is why washing the hands is so important, because you don't know somebody out there who just sneezed into their hand and then touch something and then you go and touch it behind them. People, if you're going to sneeze or cough, do this. Cough into your elbow. Easy. Okay? But the turning the head to the side foolishness, where y'all get that from? Please. That ain't just going over there. That thing's spreading. Okay? So stop being nasty, people. I hope I'm actually nobody gone, but it is what it is. Nothing annoys me to more than that. Okay, so I have a text, a couple of texts. This one says, let me see. Oh, they're telling me maybe I should ignore it. Okay, that's somebody getting into something that is completely unnecessary. Yeah, folks, let's stay focused, okay? The telephone lines again are 828-3543, 828-3543, or 828-2543, 828-2543. So proper hygiene, extremely important. Now, we also have to ensure that we are giving our bodies the support it needs to have a good, strong immune system. Because I say again that non-communicable diseases are a result of a nutritional deficiency. And when you have a non-communicable disease, you end up displaying a greater chance of being negatively impacted from a virus that you pick up. Okay? If you have a non-communicable disease, you are more at risk of being one of the persons who unfortunately succumbs to COVID-19. So I want to share something, and I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to pull that up, and in the meantime, I'll continue to talk about what you can do. Now, one of the, you heard the commercial from Youngevity talk about gut health. And one of the reasons why you want to ensure that your gut is healthy, because I already said it, 70% of your immune system is found in your gut. And so obviously a weakened gut is a weakened immune system. And so you want to ensure that you are not doing anything that is going to weaken your immune system. And by that, I mean You're not putting anything into your body that is going to damage your gut. And so we have to talk about the 12 bad foods. And every time I bring this up, people just take offense because there are some foods on this list that some people just don't want to give up. And so they will literally call you and they'll say, man, Michelle, you're talking foolishness. I believe in that. Well, boo, it's on you. I can't force you to accept reality. It is what it is. I can't force you to believe the truth. I'm going to attempt to share my screen, y'all. So bear with me if this goes wrong. But I want to go over the 12 bad foods that you should be avoiding. And then we're going to be talking more so about other things that you should be doing to protect yourself. I'm trying to figure out how to do the share screen thing, so just bear with me as I pull this up. Okay, so on top of the list of the 12 bad foods that you should avoid are I don't know if it's sharing from where you guys are. Okay, there it is. Top of the list. And producers, can you do that so that is to the side while I'm to the left of it or something? I know that you have that option. That makes it too small, huh? Okay. We have to maybe just go full screen then. I was hoping there was a way that I would be able to do this so you didn't see all of that stuff. Okay, top of the list of the 12 bad foods that you should avoid includes wheat, barley, rye, or oats, gluten. Anything with wheat, barley, rye, or oats. Everything on this bad food side, everything on this list on the right-hand side, under the big red that says bad foods with a down thumb is bad. It's going to damage your immune system. Wheat, barley, rye, or oats. As Dr. Glidden would say, bad dog, no biscuit. Wheat, barley, rye, or oats are a protein that are daisy-chained together. And that makes it very difficult for your body to break down. And so when these amino acids that are daisy-chained together enter your digestive system, because of the fact that they're not individual, but they're daisy-chained together like a string of pearls, it is very, very difficult, if not impossible, for your body to break that down. So that will literally damage the villi of your gut. The villi are the apparatus that are responsible for absorbing nutrients. That will literally damage your gut to the point where you're not able to absorb the nutrients that you're taking in. So it makes you a victim twice. It makes you a victim by damaging your immune system. And it also makes you a victim because now all of a sudden you can't absorb the nutrients that you're taking in. So you're taking these supplements, you read the label and it says 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. And you think, yeah, boy, I get 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. But you just finished eating supplement gluten, which damaging your gut, and you maybe could absorb. But first and foremost, if you're taking the wrong kind of supplement, even though they say on the bottle 1,000 grams, if your body can't absorb that, you're not getting 1,000 grams. And some of the supplements out there, because of the way that they're formulated, using minerals in their raw state, you're not absorbing what you think you're getting. So even though that bottle's label says 1,000 milligrams, chances are you might only be getting 10% of that or 5% of that to begin with. And then if you're eating gluten and you're damaging the very apparatus that's responsible for absorbing the nutrients, so you're getting even less than the 10% of the 1,000 milligrams that you're taking. You see how crazy that is? So I have to ask you this question. Is eating gluten worth that? Eating gluten leads to something called a leaky gut syndrome. Damaged digestive tract on the whole leads to a leaky gut syndrome. And all of these foods on this side will contribute to damaging your gut. Leaky gut syndrome is where, because the villi are damaged, they're supposed to create these tight junctions that nothing can get in. And they're supposed to absorb the nutrients from the foods and supplements that you take into your bloodstream. But now you're eating this stuff that's clogging up the gears, that's damaging the apparatus. So now they start, the tight junctions start to loosen up. And now things start getting into your bloodstream that aren't supposed to be there, like food particles, like toxins, like pathogens. So now you're eating this stuff. It's getting into your bloodstream. Your immune system does what it was designed to do. It starts to react. It says, hey, wait a minute, we're under attack. We got to go destroy this enemy. It rounds up the troops. It goes to war, and your body begins to attack itself. So the next thing you know, you start having all kind of other issues that, generally speaking, you're not attributing to you eating that bread. But that's where it starts. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Beer is made from what? Barley. Malts are made from what? Barley. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. I'm sorry, people, to be the bearer of bad news. But yeah, that's damaging your gut. And that damaged gut is bad news for your immune system. You want to avoid soy and corn. Why? Because soy and corn are heavily genetically modified throughout the Western Hemisphere. You would be hard-pressed to find any soy or corn in the entire Western Hemisphere that has not been genetically modified. And then to make matters worse, it's being sprayed with a chemical called Roundup. Roundup causes cancer. So unless it's heirloom soy or corn that you know is not genetically modified, I would avoid that at all costs. Why? Because it's damaging your immune system. And your body can't digest it. I'm going to get a little gross, people. So if you're eating lunch, maybe might turn down the sound for a second. You ever notice that when you eat corn, you poop out whole kernels of corn? Sorry. That's because your body don't know what to do with that stuff. Because corn is not only is it genetically modified, not only is it sprayed with Roundup, but it is a hybrid food. Your body don't know what to do with that. It's damaging your gut, people. You got to stop. Now, this next one causes a lot of people to cut me off when it comes to advising them about how to protect their immune system. Getting rid of fried foods. Oh, my God. That is the cardinal sin in the Bahamas, because we would fry water if we could. Fried food is a religion in this country. But it's killing us, people. That fried food is killing you. Oils on the whole are killing you because they become oxidized. And when you fry that, that process accelerates tremendously. And when that oxidized oil gets into your system, it damages your gut. A damaged gut means a damaged immune system. People stop eating fried foods. It's killing you. This is one of the reasons why we have such a high degree of non-communicable diseases in this country. Because everything we eat is fried. There are alternatives. Air fryers work wonders. And you don't have to use the oil. Oven fry your food. That's what I do. I oven fry my chicken, and you can't tell me that that ain't fried chicken like you like normally would fry it. Delicious. Same process. Just put it in the oven, high heat, 450 degrees, 45 minutes, and you got oven fried chicken. That tastes just as good. Okay? So stop eating fried food, people. It releases a chemical in the body that causes cancer. Okay? Now, I don't know why this person calling me on my phone at the time that I'm on the air. Y'all please let people know I'm on there, because this person clearly don't know I'm on the air. Why he calling my personal phone at this time? Okay, so we've covered fried foods and oil in a bottle. Well done red meat. You don't want to do that. You want to go rare or medium rare, because if the meat is well done, overcooked, it has what is called heterocyclic amines, and that leads to cancer. We've already talked about the processed meats, the nitrates and the nitrites, cancerous, carcinogens, and that stuff. You don't want to do that. You're damaging your immune system. The crispy skin of a baked potato is also a bad thing. If you want to eat the skin, boil it. But if you bake that potato, do not eat the crispy skin of a baked potato, because that heating process leads to it becoming a carcinogen. You don't want to drink a carbonated drink with a meal, because the bubbles in that carbonated drink are carbon dioxide, which neutralize acid. Why is neutralizing acid a bad idea for your gut? Your stomach is a bag of acid. Its job is to break down the foods that you eat with acid. So if you're drinking something while you're eating that is neutralizing the acid, what you think that's going to do to your system? You don't need to be a genius to figure this out. So you want to avoid carbonated drinks with a meal. Soda, beer, champagne, sparkling water, cider. I don't care what it is. As long as it has bubbles, do not drink it while you eat. Matter of fact, you should really avoid drinking anything while you're eating, because you're diluting the acids in your stomach when you do. But especially do not drink anything with bubbles while you're eating your food, because you're going to make it very, very difficult for your digestive system to do its job. You're going to damage your gut. And when you damage your gut, you are weakening your immune system. Okay? So you want to avoid that. If we look on the left-hand side, praise the Lord, there's good news. There are foods that you can eat that will actually support your body's ability to heal itself, would support your immune system. Foods like organic eggs, the whole egg, are good for you. Butter is actually not bad. It's good for you. Real butter, not margarine, not that buttery spread foolishness out there. I'm talking real butter, okay? Organic, real butter. Salt is actually not bad for you. And I'm talking specifically the sea salt, or that coarse salt that we get from the family islands, or pink Himalayan salt. Very, very good for you, because they're loaded with minerals. And minerals are what your body needs to function, okay? Fruits, organic fruits and vegetables, very, very good for you. I just told you about the jujubes. Can you believe it? Jujubes having so much vitamin C. Go eat organic fruits and vegetables. We got tons of them around that you can eat right here in the Bahamas that are very superfruits. Okay, rice and beans are not bad. They're good. You don't have to avoid them. Make sure I go with brown rice because it's good. It's a good source of fiber. And if you cook it well, you can't tell the difference in terms of white rice or brown rice. You just got to know how to cook it. So I personally use a slow cooker to cook my brown rice, and I cook whatever, crab and rice. I know crab is bad, but crab and rice, peas and rice, pumpkin and rice, okra and rice, whatever. Just use the brown rice. I cook it in my slow cooker for 3 hours, and that thing is perfect every single time. I use about 1 3/4 cups of water to 1 cup of rice with brown rice, and it comes out perfect every single time. Cook it in a slow cooker for 3 hours. Okay. Nuts we've covered. Nuts are good source of protein, with the exception of peanuts. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We've covered the red meat. If you're going to eat it, it should be rare or lightly cooked. And poultry, seafood, fish should be organic. Free range chicken, organic, allowed to grow like chickens should be growing, not pumped up with a bunch of antibiotics and growth hormones, but real chicken that is allowed to grow naturally. You won't believe the difference in taste. So much better. and it won't kill you. And fish and seafood should never be farm raised, should always be wild caught. What do I mean by wild caught? Go down to the Pawtucket dock, buy your fish from a fisherman who caught that in the sea. Okay? That stuff that has been raised in a farm, unfortunately, is loaded with all kinds of chemicals. It's loaded with antibiotics and all this other stuff that they put in there to try to keep it healthy enough to get it to you, and that is a problem. So these are the good foods and bad foods that you need to either get rid of or incorporate into your diet. Now, why is this important to your immune system? No amount of nutrition, no amount of supplements can outdo a poor diet. So if you are not willing to clean up your diet, then you, by extension, have decided that you can live with a compromised immune system. No amount of nutrition will outdo a poor diet. No amount of nutrition will outdo toxins. So you got to get rid of the toxins in your life. No amount of nutrition will outdo stress. You got to get rid of the stress in your life. Okay? You have to protect your gut, people. This is vitally important because your gut is where your immune system, for the most part, resides. So instead of waiting online for a vaccine that's not going to completely protect you from a mutating COVID-19, don't think that a vaccine is your cure-all, because it ain't a cure for anything. You still have to take care of yourself. You still have to do what you need to do to improve your immune system. Okay? So our call lines 828-3543, 828-3543, or 828-2543 is the text line. 828-2543 is the text line. Okay? And you can also send us a message on Facebook, and we would be happy to put your message up on the screen, perhaps, and read it for everyone to see and hear. Gonna take a quick break. When we come back, oh my goodness, don't you go anywhere because it's just about to get good. Step number 3 is not for the weak of heart. I'm going to tell you about a trick that you can do that will really boost your immune system. Stay with us. This is GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM.
Escape from the city life to Bacon Air Beach Resort in Piratesville, Mayaguana. Relax in one of 16 air-conditioned rooms just steps away from the ocean. Enjoy scrumptious dishes in our waterfront dining room. Sip on a tropical cocktail, or if you must, stay connected with wireless internet. Nestled on one of the most beautiful beaches in the Bahamas, Bacon Air Beach Resort offers a unique vacation experience. For reservations, call 339-3726 or 463-0182.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress, lack of exercise, and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system with the nutrients it needs to function effectively. But it's often hard to get these nutrients from food alone. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Youngevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients to give your immune system extra support. Vitamin D helps balance the effects of zinc, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Youngevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting sugar-free berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Want to look your best and feel even better? Visit JD Edwards Salon and Spa for the ultimate beauty, body, and anti-aging treatments, offering custom colors, haircuts, vegan anti-freeze treatments, silk blowouts, natural and acrylic nails, unisex pedicures, facials and massages, all waxing services, and microcurrent therapies for anti-aging and body sculpting. JD Edwards Salon and Spa, Palmdale Shopping Plaza, Madeira Street. Telephone 326-7863.
The freshest wave of glory to hit the Bahamas. This is the all-new Glory 93.9 FM, where God is glorified and the people of God edified.
Ocean blue is the best in seafood, hey, hey. Fresh out the water and affordable too, yeah. We got fish, conch, lobster, shrimp, everything you want, Ocean Blue got it. Ocean Blue, friendly and clean, best service you ever seen. Ocean blue is the best in seafood, yeah. Fresh out the water and affordable too, yeah. Ocean Blue seafood, we are here for you. Ocean Blue seafood, no one else will do. Ocean Blue Seafood, located on Bernard Road. Contact us at 393-2160.
Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm your host, Michelle Malcolm. It's a Wellness Wednesday. And today we are talking about your best defense against COVID-19, how to upregulate your immune system naturally. That is your best defense, people. Don't mind all the other noise in the market. That is your best defense against COVID-19. Our telephone line, 828-3543, 828-3543. And the text line is 828-2543, 828-2543. I have a text that says, "Hi, Michelle, so proud of you. How can I get some pure magnesium, not the synthetic stuff?" The brands that I highly recommend include Longevity, Good Herbs. There are at least 20 brands that I can recommend to you as a holistic health coach. And so either send me a private message on Facebook, and I will be able to give you some guidance as to what supplements you should be taking and what's a good source of them. And speaking of which, that's a perfect segue into where we're going to go next. The Bible says that healing is in the herbs, and I honestly believe that. I believe that we came from earth, our bodies came from earth, and so to me, it just makes sense that we would need to go back to the earth for the healing that our bodies needs. The Bible tells you that healing is in the herbs. And in this clip from that same interview with Dr. Glidden, being interviewed by Dr. Dave, what is his last name? Jaden? Let me get it right. He talks about one of the herbs that is out there that you would be shocked to find out how efficient it could be in helping you to improve your health and fight off viruses. Dr. Dave Janda is his name. Dave Janda, interviewing Dr. Peter Glidden. And in this clip, they're talking about some of the things you can do naturally and some of the natural remedies to help and strengthen your immune system.
Human body's like an automobile.
Mm-hmm.
Human body dealing with a virus is like an automobile going uphill in snow.
Got it.
So to make the automobile healthy, which we have to do, you can't be driving down the road with 15 pounds of air in the tires if you need 30. You can't put diesel fuel in an unleaded engine. If you need 6 quarts of oil, you need 6 quarts, not 1 quart. If your coolant system needs a gallon of liquid and you have an ounce in it, you're going to have trouble. If the power steering fluid needs a pint and you've got a teaspoon, you're going to be in trouble. So your automobile has to be maintained and has to be running at top efficiency. So this is, because we're holists and because we are proponents of this particular method is why we get such remarkable results. So number one, everybody needs to stop eating the 12 bad foods. Number two, everybody needs to fill their body's nutritional tank up to the brim, nutrify the body with everything that it needs all of the time, and then your car's in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're driving up a steep hill in the snow. Well, if you're driving up the steep hill in the snow, probably you should get out and put chains on the tires in order to help the body during cold and flu season or potential epidemics. There is one botanical medicine that stands out hands above all the rest specifically for antiviral activity and strengthening the immune system. It's called olive leaf extract. For prevention, if you're an adult, I would recommend 2 milliliters 3 times a day. If you actually come down with something and you're feeling like sick, then I would go 4 milliliters 4 times a day if you're an adult. And also, if you're sick, coming down with especially a respiratory thing, if you get some colloidal silver nebulizer and you inhale that stuff 4 times a day during an illness, up the ante with the Super Olive Health during the illness, take the Super Olive Health preventively, during this time, you're going to be in good shape, because you don't get sick and die because there's a virus in your body. You get sick and die because there's a virus in your body and your immune system is really weak. Why is it weak? Not because you have a bad gene, not because you're getting older, but because you've been eating all the wrong food all the time and your body is completely running on nutrient fumes. It's weak. This is really not rocket science, and we need to spread this message to as many people as we possibly can. We need to be mindful here moving forward so that the immune system in the body is as strong as it possibly can be.
So the brand that he would have just mentioned is by Good Herbs. One of the 20 brands that I can recommend to you as an holistic health coach. That is plant-derived nutrition that will do wonders for your immune system and help to keep you healthy in this COVID-19 era. Very, very important that you understand that your body has the ability to heal itself. Your body has the ability to heal itself. One more time. Your body has the ability to heal itself. That's how God designed us. You get a cut on your hand, within a day or two, that thing starts to close up on its own. Now, depending on how big of a cut it is, you may need some help closing it up. If you've got a huge laceration, you got to go get stitches or whatever. But I'm talking about, generally speaking, your body can heal itself, even from non-communicable diseases. Okay? But you have to give body what it needs to do so. You heard Dr. Glidden say in one of those clips that your body's like a machine. And he compared it to a car. I often do that when I do my consultations with clients. I compare your body to a car. So, you're driving your car and you decide one day, I am so tired of paying for gas. Gas is too expensive in this country. I'm not putting no more gas in this tank. And you stop putting gas in the car. Well, depending on how much tank you have in that car, the car will continue to run. Yes, because it has gas in the tank. But every time you turn that engine, every time you turn on that ignition and you drive off, you're depleting the resources in that tank. And the day will come when you run out of gas. It's inevitable. And then you're going to find yourself broken down on the side of the road. You can't blame the car. You just didn't give the car what it needed to function. Our bodies are the same way. We need 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids every single day. That's the fuel that we need to function. That's equivalent to the gasoline for your car. So if you are not giving your body those 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids every single day, then you're depleting the resources in the tank. And every time you go, you're depleting the resources in the tank. And if you're not putting anything back in there, one day you're going to find yourself broken down on the side of the road. That's what we call disease. There are 4 categories of disease. Over 900 non-communicable diseases all fall into one of these 4 categories. And on another show, we're going to look at the 4 categories of disease specifically. All because of a nutritional deficiency. So if you don't give your body the nutrition it needs, it's going to break down people. And we know that a non-communicable disease is an indication that your immune system is not functioning properly. Cancer is an immune system problem. Everybody has cancerous cells, but when your immune system is working, it knows how to find them and stamp them out. For persons who develop cancer, something went wrong within that immune system and it didn't do its job. It's an immune system problem. So we, if we're smart, will do what we need to do to ensure that our immune system is good and healthy. You don't want it to be overactive, neither do you want it to be underactive. We're looking for balance. A good balanced immune system is what is needed to ensure that you maintain good health. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tip, and you're going to say, Michelle, are you nuts? But it actually works. And I have to tell you, disclaimer, it's not for the faint of heart. If you're brave enough to try it, I promise you it will help to strengthen your immune system. And this is what we call hot and cold therapy. When I was battling my situation with mold and I went to the United States to detox, one of the things that they made me do every single day for 3 weeks was hot and cold therapy. I had to sit in a hot tub. That part was nice for about 10 minutes. And right beside the hot tub was a cold tub. And I had to get out of the hot tub and jump right into the cold tub immediately. And when I say cold, I talk in cold, people. I talk in cold. And that shock actually helped to strengthen my immune system. Who knew? Now, what they did, because I was in an acute situation where I had been living and breathing in toxic mold for 17 months and I had the highest degree of toxic burden possible, that was an acute situation. So I didn't do this just, one time. I was required to do this 6 cycles at a time, 6 cycles every day. So in other words, you sit in the hot tub and then you sit in the cold tub and then you go back in the hot tub and you go back in the cold tub and then you go 6 cycles. And I ain't gonna lie. The first time I tried that, I was like, you're all trying to kill me. I could barely get my ankle in the water. By the time I left, 3 weeks later, I was doing 2 minutes in the cold tub. And I was very proud of myself. 2.5 minutes, I think, is as far as I went. Just sitting in that cold tub. This is really, really important, people, because this will help to strengthen your immune system. And if you say, well, Michelle, I don't have a hot tub. Do you have a shower? Well, you can do it in your shower. You can get in that shower, take your hot shower, as you normally would, and then turn off that hot water abruptly, not slightly. It can't be a gradual change. It has to be from hot to cold. Just turn it off. Now, you may have to scream. You may have to shout. You may have to do a funny dance, whatever you got to do. But stay in that cold. The ideal timing is that you should stay in the hot at least twice as long, so 2 to 3 times as long as you do the cold. So if you're going to do, say, 10 minutes of hot, then try to do 2 minutes of cold. Or 5 minutes of hot, try to do at least 1 minute of cold. And you have to build up to it. I understand. It isn't for the faint of heart. But this has been scientifically proven to upregulate your immune system, make it stronger. It's been scientifically proven. It has been proven in before and after blood work that this will strengthen your immune system. And And so you have to understand that your immune system is like a police department. So in a typical police department, you have divisions. You may have a division that deals with, a certain, white collar crime. You may have another division that deals with, whatever the divisions are in your police department. That's what your immune system is. It's like a police department that has all of these divisions that are responsible for putting out all of these problems. And when you do what we're advising you to do today, what I'm advising you to do today, what you're doing is you're strengthening all of the departments of the immune system. You're giving all of the departments a raise or a promotion. That's what you're doing when you strengthen your immune system this way. So I really want to encourage you to take these things to heart, because you will be able to significantly improve your health and protect yourself against COVID and against non-communicable diseases when you do what you need to do to clean up your diet and to improve the nutrient intake to give your immune system a better chance of success. Now, this is another one that's very interesting. 20 minutes of meditation per day. 20 minutes of meditation per day will make your immune system stronger. Whether you all want to acknowledge it or not, we are spiritual beings. And we need that time of connectiveness. Is that a word? We need that time to connect with our source. We need that 20 minutes to just be still and to connect with our spiritual source. We are spiritual beings. And it has been scientifically proven, again, with before and after blood work, that 20 minutes of meditation every single day will strengthen your immune system. So that time that you take to read the word and get into that quiet place and just listen to the voice, that's good for your body. That will actually help to strengthen your immune system. Who knew? So I want to encourage you, and I know it's a lot of craziness going on out there with all of the madness that's happening around the world, yeah, which is all the more reason why you need to spend some time in meditation every day. Spend some quiet time every day. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you have to, when everybody else is asleep. Do what you need to do, but you need that quiet time to yourself every day to meditate and connect to your source, because that will help to strengthen your immune system and make you healthier. Now, these are just broad strokes. If you really, really want to get into this game big time, then there's no way around cleaning up your diet. You got to stop with the bad foods. You have to eliminate the 12 bad foods from your diet. I didn't say cut back. Eliminate. In other words, get rid of. Stop eating. Stop consuming. You have to just do it. And you would be surprised at how much better you will feel and look if you cut these things out of your diet. Listen, I'm a health coach. I was certified as a health coach in July of last year, but I was still eating gluten. I admitted I was still eating gluten. I made a decision on one of the lockdowns that this was an opportunity for me to cut gluten completely out of my diet. Let me tell y'all, for those of you watching from outside the Bahamas, the Bahamian typical diet is a recipe for disaster. Fried everything. We believe in gluten. So you've got your macaroni and cheese. You've got your guava duff, which was my kryptonite. We love bread and pasta. We love gluten. And so you go around with a family gathering with your friends, there's going to be some gluten in the house. And I honestly used to succumb to the temptation. Well, I decided on the lockdown, you know what? Time to stop this. And I completely cut the gluten out of my diet. Completely. And at the same time, I started taking the microbiome by Youngevity to heal my gut, because clearly I had a damaged gut after years and years and years of eating gluten. I had a very damaged gut. And so I stopped eating the gluten, started taking the microbiome. We have another great product called I-26 hyperimmune support. And I started healing my gut. Then I noticed something weird. I started losing weight. And I was like, what does this have anything to do with this gut situation? And so I Googled it. Come to find out, when I healed my gut, that aided in my weight loss efforts. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my God, if I had known this, I'd have kicked that gluten to the curb a long time ago. And so I am back down to a size 6, which for those of you who would have known me for a very long time would know that that's the size that I used to be when I was in my 20s and 30s. I never thought it was possible to get back there. And yet here I am. Simple decision of doing what I knew I needed to do. Cutting the gluten out of my diet, healing my gut, and continuing nutrifying my body. Because I was nutrifying my body. But as I've said, no amount of nutrition will outdo a poor diet. So you could be taking all the supplements in the world, but if you don't clean up that diet, it's like pouring gasoline onto a fire you're trying to put out. It will never be extinguished. You have to clean up your diet, people. You have to take an active role in making this happen. So you got to eliminate the 12 bad foods. You have to nutrify your body. You have to make sure that you're filling up your body's nutrient tank every single day. This is mandatory. You need 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids every single day. You have to nutrify your body. You have to give your body the fuel it needs to do its job. And if you do that, and if you cut out the bad foods, and if you get sufficient rest, and if you meditate every day, little exercise won't hurt. You would be surprised. You also got to eliminate the toxins out of your life. Eliminate the stress. You would be surprised to know how much healthier you would be at the end of the day. Here's my thing. People are suffering needlessly. Suffering needlessly because of a lack of knowledge. And you have to understand that, typically speaking, your medical doctor's job is to manage your illness. That's what they do. That's what allopathic reductionist medicine does. It manages symptoms. But if you are tired of managing symptoms and you are ready to have or achieve optimal health, then nutrition is the way to go. It's the way to go, people. Because as long as you are relying on the medical system, you're only going to be treating symptoms, managing illness. Your body is designed to heal itself. It's designed to heal itself. You just have to give it the support that it needs to do so. So I'm hoping that you won't be one of those people who are suffering needlessly just because you didn't know any better. Now, you know, some people are going to hear this message and they're still going to make a change because they just happen to like beer or they just happen to like bread. And they're not willing to give it up. That's on you. We have a saying in the Bahamas, if you like it, let it kill you. For those of you outside the Bahamas, that may sound a little humorous, but it's a saying that we say often in the Bahamas, if you like it, let it kill you. Well, that's what people are doing every day. They're eating these things, knowing that it's bad for them, but they're not willing to give it up because they like it. That's equivalent to me pouring orange juice down a tank of my car because I like orange juice. So the car needs to like it too. So I start pouring orange juice down the tank. You know what's going to happen. That thing will break down even faster than me just not putting gas in it because it was not designed to run on orange juice. So if you are one of those people who are not going to give up the bad foods because you like it, my saying to you is, if you like it, let it kill you, because that's what it's going to do. You need to stop killing yourself by fork. Too many of our people are suffering unnecessarily. All right, let's read a couple of your messages. Let's see. Producer, help me out here. Dwayne Curtis says, when I was in college, we used to do what you are recommending to the extreme. We had a cabin sauna on the lake. In winter, we would sit in the sauna, break a hole in the ice, and take a quick dip in the ice cold water. So exhilarating. You know what? You're so right, Dwayne, because not only is it good for your body, it gives you clarity of mind. It is amazing what that cold plunge will do. It's amazing. And like I said, you don't have to have, you might say, oh, Michelle, that only for rich people. Rich people own a hot tub. You got a shower? Go do it in the shower. You could do it in the shower. Put that water as hot as you could take it. Now, I ain't telling you to scald yourself. Don't go scalding yourself and then blaming me. Have common sense in this, all right? But do it in your shower. Pearline Smith. Excuse me, how can I get more information on this topic? Pearline, send me a private message on my official Facebook page, and I will respond to you that way. Either myself or another health coach will reach out to you, and we will give you all of the tools that you need to upregulate your immune system naturally. Okay, so send me a private message, and I will respond to you that way. Okay? People understand that you don't have to be sick. You don't have to be walking, in less than optimal health. You don't have to be afraid of COVID. Your body was designed to heal itself. You just need to give it the support that it needs. You're welcome, Pearline. Pearline says thank you. You're welcome, Pearline. Just give the body support it needs. Give your body the support it needs, and you will be shocked at what your body can do. Our bodies are very intelligent machines. Very intelligent machines that will work if you give them what they need to do so. And so that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to encourage you to go the route of doing it naturally. Some people are going to hear this and it's going to go in one ear and come out the next. I did my job today. I gave you the information. It's up to you to embrace it. I can't force anybody to receive this information. That's on you. Like the old saying goes, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. I've taken you to the water today, people. Drink, drink, drink. Please drink the water. Because I promise you that if you go the route of natural healing, natural nutrition, plant-derived nutrition, and just understand that not all supplements are created equal. That stuff you're buying over the counter, you're not getting what you think you're getting from it. You need therapeutic, plant-derived nutrition. If you give your body what it needs, it will function optimally. Terry Bullitt, please let's remember glutathione. Glutamine. Is that what you're trying to say? I'll do a show just on that. But you can be healed, people. You can be healed. God is an amazing manufacturer, created this incredible machine known as a human body. And if you work with it, it will work with you. That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you so much for joining me on GPS Global Paradigm Shift. I hope you got something out of this show today. Thanks to all of our sponsors who made it possible. And we will see you tomorrow with another thought-provoking subject. So be sure to tune in right here on Glory 93.9 FM. I'm Michelle Malcolm. Have a good one, everybody.